Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this episode of Radio Free QuickBooks TV, live from Studio 2B at the Intuit headquarters for tax in Plano, Texas. My name is Woody Adams, I'll be your host, and we've been doing the show for a couple of years now on the radio, so we're very excited to bring it more to a more televised audience, if you will. I'm a product specialist with Intuit, been with Intuit for about 8 years, and I deal mostly with QuickBooks and QuickBooks related things. But of course, co-founders, co-host of Radio Free QuickBooks. We've all been together for a couple of years now, Stacey Kildall and Don Brolin. Don, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. First thing I always like to start out with, say hello to people. My name's Don Brolin. Who I am not, I always want to make sure every show I have somebody different, because I think there's a lot of confusion a lot of times when I'm out talking to people of who I really am. In this episode, I'm not Megan from Bridesmaids. I'm not Megan. I'm not her younger sister or any of that kind of stuff. So I am not Megan from Bridesmaids, though some of the things that I say and do may sound or look in that direction.
Okay.
I have been told I'm a little bit smaller.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I appreciate. So anyway, but I am an accountant.
Yes.
I'm an accountant. I do, of course, QuickBooks related consulting,
Right.
tax, CFO outsourced type of work, and I love it. So I'm happy to be here, and RFQ-TV, crank it out.
Right.
I love it.
And Stacey Kildall, driver of the show. How are you doing today?
I am fabulous as always. How are
She's
you?
always fabulous.
I'm fabulous. Always
Get
fabulous.
right in there.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
doing
just
good.
going to say that.
And I don't know who Megan from Bridesmaid is at all, Bridesmaids.
Okay.
So
That's all right.
But
So you can
I'm sure
research.
it'll resonate
You can
probably with
research.
several people in the audience. You guys know who it is. And we also have, per Dan Lowell, our boss, Ralphie here. It's turkey.
Yes.
Turkey Day. Just
Yeah.
want to let
Turkey
you guys
Day.
know that.
Love it.
And I know you're
Chicken,
probably
turkey.
watching and hoping that
It's turkey.
RFQ would never get to the point of almost clownish type props.
Right.
But I think that we're in Texas and it's okay. We can do this. So,
We're comfortable.
the
That's what they do in Texas.
Yeah.
Fine. The topic for today is QuickBooks Online. And we talk about it a lot on the radio show.
Yes.
We always kind of, we're pretty fair. I believe we're fair and balanced over desktop, enterprise POS,
fair
et
and
cetera.
balanced.
But we do like QuickBooks Online because Stacey has been using it since, I like to say junior high, but no.
Almost close to junior high. It was probably about 10th grade, because junior high for me was 9th grade. So I started using it about 10th grade. Middle of 10th grade is when I started using QuickBooks Online. I'll be honest. I was about, 15,
So
14.
I had a question about that. At that time when QBO came out, so we're talking 2004, and I know we're kidding about that with the high school thing, but still,
I'm not.
most of your peers, were not on board with QBO really at all, but yet you saw it. So what was that evolution there for you?
This is right, and I used to refer to myself as a unicorn because I was really one of the only pro advisors that I knew. I was the only pro advisor that I knew who used QuickBooks Online and recommended it as much as I did. And the reason why I started using it was because I was fairly new to the Pro Advisor program. I think I joined in 2004 was my first certification.
Okay.
I had just started my business in 2003, and I saw that it was included in the Pro Advisor package as some of the stuff, we got a free subscription.
Yep.
So I thought, I don't know that product, and it was either learn that or point of sale.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
So I thought,
know?
I think I'm going to go with the QuickBooks
Yeah.
Online. So I took my data file
Right.
in desktop and I converted it to QuickBooks Online, and I've been using it ever since. So
And Dawn, when you did that, she went down POS.
I went POS.
but-
Yeah.
you with the POS road.
I did.
And I remember,
It's all
Don,
good.
we had the discussion even as of the last year. You're saying, well, I'm hosted because we all, you guys using Unidata anyway for hosting QuickBooks and your clients. I'm not coming. I'm
Yeah.
happy on the desktop.
I
That's
know.
fine. And,
Right.
and desktop's not going anywhere. Just to make sure. And Jill has promised that, so we're
Jill
gonna
Ward.
run on the
Yep.
camera and say that. But I have a rumor, or I heard a rumor.
Yeah, there's a rumor, and I think I've said it on the radio show, but specifically that beginning January 1, I'm going to move my firm over to QBO. And there's 2 reasons why I'm doing that. 2 key reasons. One being that I feel like I need to be on the forefront just like everybody else, right? Just like everybody else who should be.
Right.
Clients are moving that way. Some clients are just starting out that way. They're not even going to the desktop. I will likely never abandon the desktop, for various reasons.
Right.
I mean, it's all, depending on the client. But I feel like I need to have in my arsenal, I need to have the QuickBooks Online as a product and a solution for those clients who want it and those clients who are looking at it. And so I know Stacy was #1 certified first.
Woo!
So we'll talk about that a little bit. But I know that there's a huge market out there, and Jill talks about that in her keynote about the future and where things are moving. And I want to be on the forefront of that.
Right. Yeah.
And so I decided that in order for me to do that, I needed to be experiencing and learning it. And so what better than your own QuickBooks data file, just like you did.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think
pretty
with
good.
the QuickBooks Online accountant, so we have that to help you guys support QuickBooks Online clients with different tools, and we'll talk about that with another episode. But you do get your own company file,
Yeah,
right? So
absolutely.
you're gonna convert your data over there.
Yeah, and then do into an online payroll.
Oh,
Because
yes.
I don't use that right
Right.
now. I'm using
I
Enhance.
love IOP. I love
Okay.
Intuit Online Payroll because I love the app. It's actually my favorite app on my phone.
I'm jealous.
Love
Okay, but the other reason is because I feel like, again, I want to be more mobile. I
Right.
want to also be able to use connectivity with QuickBooks Online. Are we moving with the Intuit Tax Online
Right.
and starting to just really kind of put it all together, as we talked
Cool.
with Jim Buffington about how putting it all in one place kind of thing, and being able to have the different applications work together.
Right.
And I want to be on the forefront of that too.
Right
And
on.
right now I'm not, and I'm jealous that she gets to use her phone for her payroll.
Right.
Love
We
it.
sat in an airport one day, and she talks about this,
Yeah.
and she was doing the payroll, and I was like, I gotta log on and do, and it was just so much more cumbersome for me,
And,
and I wanna go with you guys.
Oh yeah, we
I wanna
did
be
do
like
that one
you.
time on one of our trips.
Yeah.
You had to log into
Yeah.
the desktop,
Yeah.
and I was just,
I wanna
yo,
be like
I'm just
I
gonna pull my
thought-
phone out, and I'm
And-
gonna do
and
payroll for
IOP
8 clients right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
IOP
the
is a
phone.
platform for payroll for QBO. So, Stacy, QuickBooks Online, a quick high level. Before we do a demo, we're actually going to be doing downloaded transactions and the money bar income list.
Income list.
Before we get to that, your kind of high level differences for QBO versus desktop?
So one of the things that I like, I'm going to let Dawn talk about what she likes best with QBO versus desktop.
So interestingly enough, we got an opportunity to spend some time together outside of RFQ,
Yes.
right? So, but of course we always have to do something with QuickBooks because we
Right.
can't stand like more than 5 minutes without talking about it. So we
It's
were
a
sitting
sickness.
together, it's
It's
sickness,
bad.
and she showed me the downloaded transactions. And so
Yeah.
it just really functions amazingly compared to the desktop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing. And I would say that that's probably, and I know this freaks Stacy out, is that it's my favorite thing that really turned me to say, you know what, I really need to move this way.
Right.
Because the other, and probably most important for accountants feature of QuickBooks Online that you can't get in the desktop is the multiple AR and AP in one transaction, in one journal entry.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about that for
That's,
years. Stacy and I mean, it's like the biggest topic.
Well, yeah, and when Dawn discovered multiple AP, AR in a journal entry, you called.
I called
and
you.
you said, I think I broke it.
I did. I
think
was
I
like,
broke
Because you're so
it.
used to
call
limitations.
tech support, man.
Right, you're
We
so
got a
used to
problem.
I think I broke.
I was
said,
able to
broke what?
save the journal entry in QBO for that, and I did multiple lines. Why?
Am I in the
Like,
wrong system entirely, right? It was awesome.
You switch universes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's kind of what it is. So, other thing, and before you're going to show downloaded transactions.
I
now?
am going
Let's
to
do
show.
that. Then we'll come back to the other
Because
stuff.
it's real hot.
Yeah.
So downloaded transactions was just released the summer of 2012. So if you have been using QuickBooks Online for a little bit longer and you don't see that in your banking menu, you can actually convert to it. So it will say online banking if you don't have it, and then you can actually go into online banking and there's a little thing that you can click that says you want to change to downloaded transactions.
Good to know.
But as I'm in QBO, and the one thing that I want to mention is as you hover over the tabs, you don't need to click on the tabs. You can just hover over them and then click the downloaded transactions from the menu ribbon that comes up as you hover over
Well,
those
you
tabs.
hydroplane. QBO's hydroplane.
Yeah,
Hydroplane,
you
yeah.
do kind of hydroplane a little
Yeah.
bit.
Hovering,
Yeah.
I like
Like
that
that.
too.
Yeah,
Hovering
hovering.
over the, what did you
That's
call it
fine.
again?
They're tabs.
The tabs. You're hovering over the tabs, and what did you call the menu here?
I call it a menu ribbon.
Menu ribbon, okay? So
Yeah.
I like that. All right, just
Yeah.
want to point those
Well,
critical things
it's
out.
pretty.
All right.
That's what I
Sounds
like
pretty.
to call
I
it
know,
that.
okay.
So as you're looking at downloaded transactions, the one thing that I want to point out, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, is we have the ability to look at 25, 50, or 100 transactions at a time.
Nice.
Where with the old online banking, we were only able to see about 4 or 5 at a time.
Oh.
So this is a really
way better.
nice, clean interface. If you see over here to the left, we can look at all of our accounts. If you have multiple
Right.
accounts, multiple bank accounts or credit card accounts, you can look at all of them and just deal with all of the transactions all at one time.
That's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I
huge.
really
Yeah.
like that. I am going to scooch this over just a little bit so you guys can see
Mm-hmm.
on my screen. So what you can see here is you can go through each transaction. We have some that are uncategorized. So you just want to choose, what account, what expense account these would go to. And as you scroll down and you reallocate these to the correct expense accounts or whatever they are, or match them to whatever they need to be matched to, once you get all of that done, at the top over here you can click that top box, that little
Right.
check box, and you can go ahead and you can accept all of them at once.
Oh, in
so
a
you can
batch.
take that
Beautiful.
That's
those
nice.
100 transactions,
Right.
and QuickBooks Online, we call it DTX or downloaded transactions. It learns really quickly. So once you start posting those transactions and allocating them the right way, and you can post class. Location tracking, because QuickBooks Online also
Yeah,
does
2 different types of
location
class
tracking
tracking, exactly.
as well as class tracking. So you can post those as well, and you can just hit accepted and it'll accept all of them at once.
Nice.
If there's a transaction that you don't want to include, maybe because you've already reconciled that
Right.
particular transaction, or maybe it's you used a business card or your client used a business card for personal expense,
Sure.
whatever reason you need to exclude it, you actually can just select that transaction and click the exclude button, and you can
perfect.
just drop that down and you can just either exclude or
So
exclude.
it's
as
flexible, and
duplicate.
it also downloads each day's worth, right? So you don't have to
Yeah,
download the
every
statement
night
over and
goes
over
online
again like
and
in
downloads.
desktop.
Yep,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Now another one too, the income list / money bar. That's
Love the income list. So this is a tool, when I first saw it, I thought, I'm probably not going to use it that much because I really deal mostly with sales receipts with my clients. But I have found that I use it, I really would like this to be the first thing that I see when I log into QuickBooks
yeah, like a
Online.
dashboard.
Like a dashboard.
Like I'd like to set that as my kind of opening my home page. So when you log into that, the way you don't log in, but when you get to that, you're going to hover over your customer tab, and you're just going to click on income list from the menu ribbon. And up at the top, you see what we call the money bar or the money progress bar. And if you click on each one of these, it will filter the list by whatever transaction. So we have estimates, we have unbilled time and cost, open invoices, as well as paid invoices. And from here too, we can actually create new transactions.
You had
Nice.
Kim Amsbaugh made a payment to you?
Yeah.
That's
Right?
hot. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Kim,
So you
nice.
can create that estimate, you can convert it to an invoice, you can do all of these things right from the income list, and whenever you're done with that transaction, it takes you right back to the income list. So it's
Yeah.
really nice. I like the
No,
income
perfect.
list.
So, so QuickBooks Online, come a long way if you haven't seen it in a while. There's actually a platform now for accountants that makes it easier to support your QBO clients, and you can see where they're going. Like less data entry,
Yeah.
downloading stuff, but still kind of fun. And I actually like the horizontal menus. I like the hydroplaning. I'm
I
all
do
over
too.
that. And you can hover, like people will click it and it'll open up this other window and they're
Right.
like, what
And they're
happened?
confused, can't find
Exactly.
stuff. That's probably a really big tip.
Well,
for somebody
the
like me.
navigation tips, and I want to let you guys know if you, Stacy has a great blog article on sleater.com/blog on QuickBooks Online tips and tricks,
Yeah.
navigation,
Yep.
things like multiple tabs in Chrome. We love Chrome for QBO. Okay,
Chrome is the recommended browser
Uh,
for QuickBooks Online, definitely. And then we also need to talk about QBOA just for 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to mention that if you're an accounting professional, QuickBooks Online Accountant gives you a lot of extra tools that are accountant specific. So
Yeah.
you can batch reclassify, you can write off, you can look on one screen when your clients have maybe made a little mistake during their bank
No, that doesn't
reconciliation.
not happen.
Maybe forced it with an adjustment. You can see that. You
Mm-hmm.
can see it all the months that they've done it to. You can also
Yeah.
look and see in that same screen if they have made any changes to transactions that might have already been cleared. So that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So, and we'll talk about QBO, I think, on another show.
And remember, you can peel the tabs off of Chrome, put them on another monitor. Can't do that in desktop. Can't.
That's
Try to
pretty
put a
hot.
register on another monitor.
Not
Can't do
doing
it.
Can't.
No.
So it's kind of locked. You're kind of locked.
Yeah, locked down.
But so good stuff. I mean, we're fans of QBO. We talk about it a lot. You use it based for, like you said, what, 50% of your clients?
I'd say about half my clients are QBO.
Right on.
The other half are desktop, whether they're Pro, Premier, Enterprise.
And Don, it's just a
Couple
cool
Macs.
story that you're
Yeah.
considering converting the platform, you know.
And I would say, certainly to other pro advisors who are out there,
Yeah.
get yourself, find a client. Just pick one. If it's not
one.
yourself, find someone that you in-house do their books,
Yeah.
right? The client doesn't need to see it, typically. Convert that file over, get started,
Yeah.
and just do one file. We've
Yeah.
talked about that before on air, so let's just try it. So
We'll
I
get
happen
going.
to I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it with mine.
Well, we appreciate you guys listening to Radio Free QuickBooks TV and the QBO episode. Ralphie, anything? No? So what we're going to do is hold the shot, 3, 2, 1 like we do, like we learned the fun way.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and we're out, Radio Free QuickBooks.
Thanks for watching this episode of RFQ-TV. For more episodes of RFQ-TV, you can check out intuitacademy.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and if you'd like to continue the discussions, you can find us on LinkedIn.